this is supposed to be the story about Nipsey day one, homie. You feel what I'm saying? So for this, I'm gonna need a boy up here with me. Hey, tell Plutoski, Plutoski, you already know what's going on, man. Yeah. Got mine right here.
Welcome to Hood War Stories. In this episode, I'll be discussing the life of both the Fats. Stephen Giles Donaldson was born on November 17, 1986, in Los Angeles, California. Fats grew up in the Hyde Park section of Los Angeles. At that time, a treacherous neighborhood wired with gang politics. Fats being thrusted into the gang life was him simply being a byproduct of his cross streets, so him being inducted into the 6 O's was organic.
It's crazy. That's how most people's lives is, though, bro. Like, you don't know how many people's story it is. I was just born here. They walked up to my door one day and told me to get with that shit, or I was getting beat up every day until I joined, or I was kicking them with them every day, and then it just happened to be like, I'm just with that shit because I'm with them every day, or it's so many things. It's like he could have been born. His older brother could have been with it. His dad could have been a big homie. Like, things like that be happening. Look at Lil Jeff. I ain't gonna lie, Lil Jeff was hooping. He wasn't even in the streets until he stopped hooping. And then his big brother is so deep in that shit. His house, I think, I already got shot up at that point. So it's like, it's like, this is hard. I feel like we just need to change the narrative.
Fats and Nipsey were friends since childhood, but they became even closer when Nipsey moved in with his grandmother off 59th Street and 5th Ave. This is around the time Nipsey and Fats were getting knee-deep in gang activities. Fats was fighting so much he got kicked out of all the local schools and got sent to uni high. All his childhood he was tested and underestimated due to his size. Although he was short and pudgy built, Fats had a cold squabble and could pack a punch. He would later incorporate UFC techniques in his arsenal. Fats has been loyal to Nipsey and Black Sam since day one. In the mid-2000s, when Nipsey began pushing his music, Fats was in the street handing out Nipsey's business cards. On various occasions, Nipsey and Fats would be out of state running money plays. One time they were in Vegas hustling. While they were there, they encountered static organ transplants, as well as issues with the police. They decided to cut their losses and drive back to LA. Nip drove the first half, and they stopped in a small town called Barstow, which is considered the halfway point from Vegas to LA. Nipsey and Fats switched places so Fats can drive the rest of the way. A few minutes after he started driving, they get pulled over while having 2 guns in the car. The police end up impounding the car. While Nipsey and Fats are walking back to the Greyhound station in the desert, a pickup truck pulls up and someone inside throws a bottle at the two. It yells, "Fuck!" Fats and Nipsey made it back to LA and would eventually get the car back. When Black Sam...
That shit crazy. That's some stuff that you only go through with your day one homie, and like that's just a story no one else will know. Like people know about it, but no one know it like y'all know it. Like, it'd be great. That was one of his homies. I ain't gonna lie.
Heavy in the game. As an underground DVD bootleg movie distributor, Fats had a key role in facilitating that hustle. He'd be out slinging those DVDs at the Ralph's that was on Crenshaw, and play lookout for the police when Black Sam was trapping out the Vons parking lot in Inglewood. When Sam later went down for this and had to do time, Fats and Nipsey held it down on the home front. While Black Sam was locked up in 08, Nipsey was in New York City signing to Epic Records, and Fats was right there by his side. When Black Sam got out, him and Fats got right to that new hustle, and that was selling clothes. Sam and Fats started out at the intersection vending t-shirts and seeing their merch get confiscated daily by the police. The officer told them to shut the fuck up and get a storefront, so they did. Sam and Fats set up slots and tees while they were still hustling mixtapes. Black Sam got arrested again and they would lose the storefront. When Sam got out, him and Fats hustled t-shirts and socks again and got the money up to rent out another space in that strip mall.
I ain't gonna lie, one thing I will tell you though, like, I wish more people did it, like, instead of just being homeless and begging, or like, okay, do what you do for some money real quick and go hustle. Like, you can hustle shirts, you can hustle DVD, you can hustle shirts and clothes. That's the main thing. Like, that's the only thing I would say. Even with that, like, you gotta have that dog in you. Even when you start a business, even when you start trying to get on YouTube, or you start trying to goddamn drop ship or you invest, you gotta have that dog in you. Literally. And I ain't talking about this type of dog. Monster. Do that, yeah. If Pluto was a monster, he wouldn't be sitting on my lap. You did what I'm saying? Outside terrorizing.
This time called Slauson Ave. By this point, Nipsey's name was ringing in the streets of LA, and everyone wanted to cop the Crenshaw apparel he was wearing. So fans from all over were pulling up to Crenshaw and Slauson. In 2014, the shop got raided again. Another loss. Through hurdles and obstacles, they managed to hang on. Nipsey, Fats, and Sam continued to expand their entrepreneurial endeavors. Fast forward to 2017. Nip, Sam, and Fats bought a dispensary shop at 5956 West Boulevard. That location was previously owned by a Mexican-American man who had been getting extorted by a few 6 O's. That man went to Nipsey and his team about purchasing the spot, and they did. they named it Top Flight, and Fats would be at the dispensary daily to make sure operations were going smooth.
Yeah.
During this time, things were getting shaky within the 6-0s.
Okay.
Allegedly, Fats had put his hands on Big U in the alley, which prompted the 6-0s to have an emergency meeting to attempt.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I ain't gonna lie, I was just on Instagram, bro, or Twitter, one of them, TikTok, something, and I did just see a video that said basically it was one of the Rolling Sixes confirming that basically Nipsey, I think, made a diss song about Big U, or I'm pretty sure he made a diss song. Like, you know, and Big U heard it, he was just, you know, having disputes. They got down, you know what I mean? They was trying to get down for the squabbles. Fats knocked him out. Then that's when they tried to get up on Nipsey, and that's why Black Sam had to fire that pistol in the alley. Now it all makes sense.
To hash it out, but allegedly Fats would go another level and take off on Big U at that meeting. In the meanwhile, the same 6-0s that were extorting that previous owner tried to run the same play on Fats, but Fats pushed back and told him to get the hell on. Shortly after that, another member got out of bounds, causing Fats to send him to the hospital. Then someone within the 6-0s came to infiltrate what they had going on inside the dispensary. They were able to get the in by allegedly selling Fats grade A weed for a dirt cheap price under the table. Through that, the 6-0 member allegedly was able to scope out the inside and get further intel at how they were running things. Then on September 29th, 2017, at around 10:45 p.m., Fats allegedly got a call from that 6-0 member to come outside, that he allegedly had some more work for him. When Fats got out front, he saw the car he recognized and started walking to the corner. As he inched up, shots from the light-colored sedan let off. Fats was struck multiple times and ran back inside the dispensary where he collapsed.
That's just some shiesty ass activity. All cause you trying to extort me, and we from the same gang. This would be halfway understandable if they was Bloods, I promise you, bro. Even if they was a different Crip set, this would be like 75% understandable, 60%, 60 between 60 and 75. You feel me? But when you talking about people from your own set, they ain't did nothing flawed, they ain't get nothing fugazi, and you just like, what you mean? You smoked Nip and his homie because they wasn't trying to get down with the program and get extorted for doing legal activity. I'm not trying to get extorted for selling my merch and my music. These niggas don't even make me. So why? LA is just weird.
He was pronounced dead at the scene at 11:10 p.m. He was 30 years old. Fats was laid to rest at the Inglewood Cemetery. And allegedly his killer is still walking around today. Nipsey was very vocal at how upset he was at the 6-0s for not cleaning up house. Nipsey would later open up another business in the strip mall named Steve's Barbershop in honor of Fats. Fats' death hit Nipsey extremely hard at a time in his life and career were trending upward toward the release of his highly anticipated debut album, Victory Lap. Nipsey would commemorate Fats on Racks in the Middle. Fats was instrumental in the foundation of the Marathon brand. He was there from the start. He was described as a loyal friend, hardworking, charismatic with a vibrant spirit. Fats' family still retains ownership of the Marathon brand.
They some real ones, I ain't gonna lie. Nipsey, Black Sam, all of them is some real ones. Cause a lot of people would not have done that for him. And just the fact, let me see that goddamn what that lyric say again.
Paid a debut album in Victory Lap. Nipsey would commemorate.
Damn, I wish my nigga Fats was here. How you died 37 after banging all the years, Grammy now. Now I know what that's crazy. Them lyrics hit way deeper now as you